Item number 8 is a motion to approve lighting supply company, approved vendor to provide the materials for 25 LED lights in the parking lot of Lisa Taylor for $6,639.24, plus a 10% contingency of $664, for a total amount of $7,303.24. Installation will be completed by the City of Taylor Building and Grounds Department.
Motion to approve.
Motion by Mr. Johnson, support by Mr. Alvarez.
Chair.
So
Let's go ahead.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna talk. The contingency on these parts. Yeah.
You voted for it, must be right.
I thought we had said that for parks and those items that were good, we were not including contingencies on there. And also this item, as before, the other items, we don't have any signature here. And it's just, maybe I'm just a person that likes the proper documents, because sometimes trying to go behind and get it, we don't get what we need to have it approved. And so if it's gonna go to this meeting, I just personally would like that the form is at least approved. This one has no signature, nothing for department head or anything.
I would refer
Go
this.
ahead. No excuse.
I would like to make a comment on that. I was trying to gather all documents and backup information while I was on vacation. So, like you're saying, I do apologize, but getting the signature sheets and all that stuff. So.
We normally have that for you.
Yeah.
It's not been a question lately, but it seems like we missed it on this time. We'll correct it.
I'm not trying to belabor it. It's just that if it's going to come to this meeting, that the departments and the people that want us to approve at least give us the benefit of putting their signature, say I saw it, and include a initial or signature.
We hear you.
Mr. Pyle.
Did I hear assurance that it will be in the final record, it'll be included in there with the signature?
Yes, yes.
Mr. Gray.
What prompted or made this allowable not to go out to bid? I know it's an approved vendor, but there's no mention of whether it was previously bid or they contract?
Sure.
Going through the chair, board, this is our vendor, so each year we get tier pricing. We kind of go out, kind of go through purchasing, find the best tier pricing we can get for any balls we may need throughout the calendar fiscal year or budget. And this vendor came back with the best pricing options for us on those items. So for that reason, I get the pricing from them, and this is who we use, and we were going to handle the install.
So it's a bid procedure that they identified that that's the way that. Mr. Johnson.
For the record, Mr. Alberts, it's being done by Building and Grounds. We're saving a lot more than that contingency.
Mr. Chairman, if I may, in this particular case, the contingency is not a lot, but it could become important because there may be an opportunity for us to increase the watt of the bulb that might change the ROI slightly. So I would respectively ask in this particular case to leave the contingency. And to the Councilman Johnson's point, we did get a quote on this of having this installed by a contractor. It was roughly $25,000. So
We're going to save a lot.
That's why you voted for it, that's why I supported it.
Mayor, is there any idea what the payback is on this?
About 3.5, and if I can get the other fixture, I'm going to bring in the test before I commit to it. We go down to 2.8 on payback. I'm not that initial investment. I'm not current investment.
Mr. Perry.
Well, from my point of view, if they're just working, that would be a huge bonus. The lights at Lake Taylor have been inadequate forever since it was built. And so it looks like they've also incorporated a light, fixture that's going to do a little more strutting than the current one has. So about time. Get relief. I don't see a warranty period though.
5 years, the materials, everything. It's highlighted in the warranty and listings under the other page.
Oh, I see.
comments or questions? Hearing none, we have a motion by Mr. Johnson, support by Mr. Alvarez. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed say no. Motion carries. Item number 9 is open business. Mr. Sullivan.
Mr. Chairman, as the board may know that I oversee the streetscape on the Eureka corridor and the drainage, the Franklin Poet drain there. And I just want to give everybody a heads up. During the process, there's a big bend in the drain, and as anybody knows, the water doesn't flow so well. So the engineers, there's a lot there that we could actually straighten the bend out and to improve the flow of the drain, which means that we would have to purchase the lot. I've had done a little due diligence, and it looks like the lot's like $50,000, and I talked to Jerry, our assessor, and that seems to be better than average price. And because the goal is to enclose that drain from Telegraph to Pardee. And if you know, right now, that's a safety issue. I mean, actually, people right now are walking into Telegraph there because of that drain runs so close to the Eureka corridor. So I'm asking the board, are you receptive to purchasing that lot for $50,000 if I could get it to improve the drain flow? I am.
I'm sorry, where was the lot at again?
It's, you know where Aaron Cox's office used to be, that facility? It's right next to it.
Okay.
A couple over. It's right between their property and the creek. The drain actually flows between that and that lot, and then does a sharp bend right along. But if we could purchase that property, we could straighten the bend considerably and improve flow down there.
Is that the recommendation from the engineers?
Yes, sir.
Mr. Fowler?
For those of us who don't know where that description is that you just gave, can you give another description?
It's about 100 feet off of Eureka, or I'm sorry, off Telegraph. So it's on the north side of Eureka and on the east side of Telegraph. You know where Garner Jeweler?
Yeah.
So right the lot right next to that. So it is George is putting it nicely, he's calling it a bend. It's a 90-degree angle. So it comes in and it makes the turn, and what happens is it reduces flow, restricts flow, but it also, from hitting that embankment, that sediment ends up washing downstream and causing, additional failure downstream. So, we were reluctant to even consider it because we thought that the cost of the real estate would be, more than what it appears they might be interested in selling it for. But we did make some calls, and we did it kind of under the radar, so they didn't see, City of Taylor and become a little more aggressive, but it looks like they might be interested in that range. So what George and I talked about is just putting it out to you guys, and if the consensus is that it seems like a good idea, then we can begin to proceed and bring it back in a formal motion if we can get to that point. But if the board was just not interested, then we certainly understand that and didn't want to waste our time.
So what you're asking for is basically $50,000 for the lot, but that doesn't include the cost of actually the work for turning the drain. Is that correct?
It doesn't cost, and that, yes, it doesn't cost, doesn't include the cost.
Okay.
But that's all part of the.
That's all, yeah.
That's part of the.
Road improvement, so it'll be
Okay.
included in
Yeah.
that.
Yeah. It's a county drain, would they participate or?
Well, they are part of the settlement.
Yeah,
That's all part
okay.
of the settlement.